Hi, this is Tracy Yates, and this is another exciting episode of Reality Check Radio. And this episode is basically nonchalantly just about saving the world. So let's get started. You guys, everybody, not you guys, but everybody literally had a fake pandemic that we had to figure out that happened, a few years back. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. So let's start from the beginning. Who knows that Bill Gates is all about population control? Who knows that Bill Gates is one of the primary people behind the co vaccination termination program? And Bill Gates is one of these uber rich elites. Who knows that it was the uber rich elites that put up the Georgia Guidestones several years ago? Okay, so forgive me, my computer's lagging here. So hang in there with me. So, what I want to show you guys is a photograph of the Georgia Guidestones. So let me share screen here. And there you go. There's a photograph of the Georgia Guidestones that the uber rich elite put up literally a few years ago. Now, who knows that it is actually written on these stones that their the number one goal of these elites is to get the world's population down to 500 million. Considering that we're at like what 8.5 billion right now, getting it down to 500 million is I don't know a better word, but I would say genocide. So please understand that when somebody tries to get the kind of content out to you that I'm getting out to you right now, it's life-changing content. It's content that the elite don't want people to know about. And these elite literally um control the world behind the scenes. And they literally have algorithms that flag people like me trying to get this kind of content out to people like you. So I'm going to run into problems for sure. But let's go back to what I said. Who knows that it was written on one of these stones that their primary goal, was to get the world's population down to a manageable 500 million. And they did literally write this on one of their stones. And I'm going to show you guys that in just a second. Like I said, I'm coming under attack like crazy now, people. And they don't want you guys to know this. They literally don't ever want you guys to know this information. But I'm going to share it with you anyway, because my life is in the Lord's hands. Whatever happens to me is in God's hands, and it, and so I just want to share, what I know with you so you guys can be enlightened and so your families can also be enlightened and know this information. So I'm going to share screen again. And as you can see here, this is literally what is written on their Georgia Guidestones, their number one goal. to maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Remember, this isn't just their goal, this is also Bill Gates' goal. If you realize what Bill Gates stands for, it's population control, the jab, getting the population down. That's what he is all about. That's why he was behind Agenda 201, and that's why he was behind the vaccination. So, if you, just as a side note, if you look into my videos and you study anything else I say, especially my video that I made on my YouTube site that's about 6G internet and the hive mind connection, we can go down here and you can look at number 3 on their agenda, which is to unite humanity with a living new language. A living new language, which is their hive mind connection that they plan on subjecting you to through the Beast system and AI technology, which is part of the Mark of the Beast schedule for 2030. It's all in my videos. It's all my videos, people, on my YouTube site that is being shadow banned like crazy and hidden from you because they don't want you to know this stuff. They want you to remain in the dark. And I want you to be enlightened. So I'm sharing this information with you right now. Okay. So after the COVID jab, people in the prime of life start dropping like flies, and their vaccine or population control program was actually working better and quicker than they expected. So much so that now what was what was actually written on their Georgia Guidestones could and probably would backfire on them and point right back to them. They didn't expect this. So, what was their solution to this? Blow up the Guidestones. Their solution was to blow up their Guidestones. And you can literally Google this on July 6th, 2022. Within 13 seconds of footage, they blew up their own Guidestones. And like usual, I don't want you to take my word for anything. So I am going to provide you guys a photo of these. So here it is. Here's a literal photo of the Georgia Guidestones exploded all over the place, at least the main ones that said the main things. The ones that said the main things that they didn't want you to know about. All the other ones are kind of trivial and irrelevant. But the ones that said the main things that we're talking about here, they're blown up all over the ground in front of you right there. And coincidentally, even though they had several cameras, somewhere around over 20 to 30 cameras on this area, and only one rode into it, nobody was caught on film doing this, which, in case somebody is a complete moron, this was an inside job. In other words, they blew up their own stones. Okay. So, because people are dying off from COVID and they don't want, not COVID, excuse me. That's totally the wrong thing to say. The vaccination for COVID, not COVID itself, because COVID itself is a complete lie, but the vaccination, and they don't want people to know this. So anyway, Bill Gates was actually part of Agenda 201 that was held over several months before the fake pandemic ever occurred. And in Geneva, Switzerland, On October 15th, 2019, at the John Hopkins Center for Health Security, in partnership with the World Economic Forum, we've all heard of that, and the Bill and Gates Melinda Foundation, they hosted Agenda 201, which was a simulation exercise for pandemic preparedness. Wow, what a coincidence, just months before the actual pandemic broke out. And is it also just a coincidence that all mainstream media, including YouTube and Google, immediately started erasing any videos that were brought forward by brave doctors who I mentioned several names of in former YouTube videos, who were willing to risk their professions in order to expose this fake pandemic with facts, people, I'm telling you the facts. And at the very least, some of these doctors were willing to give you the easily available medical treatments that could help you if you caught COVID, which is the form of the cold, or in extreme cases, you could say the flu, and like hydrochlor, whatever it was called, some of these things that were readily available and would eradicate this virus. It wasn't nothing like they were lying to you about. It wasn't nearly as dangerous. It wasn't a pandemic like they were trying to lie to you about. How extreme does the mainstream media go to lie to you about this kind of BS? Like me, were you one of the people that saw the fake news leakage out of China that showed people dropping dead in the streets from this pandemic, and then them literally welding the door shut of people that they thought had this pandemic to keep them trapped in their houses until they died, literally? Were you one of the people that saw this? I saw it, and I can't be the minority. I saw it. Okay. This was a tactic to create fear. We were all lied to in order to create fear to get people to take the jab, and the jab is really what you should be afraid of. The jab always was the real threat, and Bill Gates' idea of how to control the world's population. Okay, all hope isn't lost. There are things that can be done to battle the effects of the deadly blood clotting from spike proteins caused by the jab. And if you get a hold of me, I'll put you onto links and things that can help you out if you took the jab. And if you did take the jab, it's estimated 8 years survival for one shot. It doubles down on that. 4 years for two shots, 2 years for three shots, and 1 year for four shots. Because they are trying to kill you off as quick as possible. So anyway, I can help you out with that. I have resources. I have done my research on that. This is not what this video is about. However, if you are still a puppet of the system and in support of these deadly agendas put on by the real satanic elites, in my opinion, you people are living in fear, and you are enemy number one. Seriously, you're the people that are running around wearing masks, afraid of everything you see, and you are puppets of the system. Who was it? Benjamin Franklin, that said those who would give away their freedom and liberties in exchange for a temporary promise of safety deserve neither freedom or safety. You deserve neither freedom or safety. You're a coward, and you're running around. You have done no research. You know nothing about this vaccine or this virus that they're promising you will come. If you did your research, you would understand that this virus can't live in UV light. It can't live in sunlight. Okay, number one. Number one fact. I see you guys driving around in cars alone with a mask on. Wow. So uninformed, right? So uninformed. You're alone in a car with a mask on. You're in UV light. The virus can't survive anyway. Number two, the only mask that can protect you against the virus is a mask rated at P90. P90, okay? None of those cloth masks that you wear, that all of you wear. I've never seen one person with a P90 mask. A P90 mask literally looks like the mask that I'm a guy that used to paint cars that I wear with the containers on the side rated at P90 that get out projectiles up to 90 molecules. There's nothing even close to that in the mask that you wear into Walmart. In the mask that I see everybody wearing into Walmart, you sheep of the system, and that's exactly what you are. And you should be ashamed of yourselves. You should be absolutely ashamed. Um, you haven't done your research. You are a afraid sheep of the system, okay? Yeah, shut me off right now because you're afraid of the truth. Go ahead. I don't care. I mean, in the end, you guys are our number one enemy anyway. But no, it's not like that. Those masks that you guys wear literally do nothing. You can sneeze through them. You can smell a fart through them. It means they don't do anything. If you can smell perfume, natural gases, a sneeze. It's the COVID or not vaccine, but the virus is so many times smaller than that. It's like trying to keep a flea away with a chain link fence. That's exactly a perfect demonstration, logical and perfect in comparison to what we're dealing with. If you're trying to keep the COVID vaccine out with a cloth mask in Walmart, you're trying to keep, a flea away with a chain link fence that you see surrounding a high school. It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. It shows that you're completely naive, that you're a sheep of the system. And I do my best because I know you guys are giving away our freedoms and our rights, but I'm a Christian, so I do my best not to hate you, but to try to inform you, even though I consider you guys enemy number one. Actually, enemy number one probably is these elites that are doing this to us. You're enemy number two for being so afraid that you let fear control you, that you don't do your research, that you don't understand anything about any of this, and that you let this control what you do. And anyway, it seems that this monkeypox, the so-called monkeypox, this virus has been shown to be primarily, and this monkeypox. Why am I bringing monkeypox up? Because monkeypox is COVID strain part two. Part two. What they're gonna try to make you, especially you puppets of the system that I just mentioned, but it pertains to all of us. This is the fear that they're trying to set in next. And it's a little more legit based on what I'm going to tell you right now, inform you of. So, this monkeypox has shown to be primarily spread through intimate homosexual activity. And they know this, but they don't want you to know this. They want you to believe that you and your family are in immediate danger of catching this. And before you panic, please hear me out. It's all about fear. It's literally all about fear, controlling you through fear. They want to scare you once again into letting them give you a jab for this additional pandemic that they created. and their own medical documents that I will try to rediscover show that they have not done much research on this so-called monkeypox vaccine that they created. What little research they have done has led them to the conclusion that all who take this vaccine are in danger of the same effects that the COVID vaccine had, which is blood clotting, dying of strokes, aneurysms, heart attacks from spike proteins that cause blood clotting. And what's more, anyone who takes this vaccine will give all who have not taken this vaccine monkeypox. This makes it far more dangerous than the COVID vaccine. Okay. I don't want to get, I probably already had a strike against me because I haven't said it, but I have said it, but I don't want to get a strike against my YouTube account because I want to get this information out against you guys. So, like I said, what's more, anyone who takes this vaccine will give everybody who has not taken the vaccine monkeypox. And you heard me correctly. They are suggesting that all who take the monkeypox jab isolate for 2 or more weeks or risk killing their loved ones or everyone else they come in contact with. This is the truth, people. And it's like some kind of sick joke made up by the satanic uber rich elite that want to get the population down to below 500 million. Oh, that's right. This is their agenda, and I've already shown that above. Please expose these satanic elites and get this info out ASAP to as many internet sites that you can. And don't lose hope. Remember that in the end, God wins. Remember that. I see these special effects that this Zoom puts on my beard. It's like there's a dark spot here, there's this there, and there's nothing there when I look at in real life, but it looks like there is, and it makes me like, self-cautious, but oh well. It is what it is. But anyway, um you can do your own research, and I suggest that you do, not on YouTube, not on Google, but on BitChute, on Rumble, on DuckDuckGo. Do your own research, and you will find out the things I'm telling you are absolutely true. And they are going to try to do a #2 pandemic through monkeypox, which is really dangerous if you listen to the facts that I just told you. If you did not understand, please go back and re-listen to this video. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with everyone you know because it could very well save the lives of you and your loved ones. This is the end of another exciting episode of Reality Check Radio. I love you guys. Be safe and God bless.